Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Heather. I won't do a long introduction today, but I've been living here in Portugal for 2.5 years, and I am the founder of Black in Portugal and the Lisboa Melanin Collective. I just wanted to come here and make a quick video on getting a phone service, upgrading your phone, and what phone service providers are out there. So if you just moved here or thinking about moving here and doing your research, definitely stay tuned. So phone service here in Portugal, when we came August of 2021, we ended up getting just a temporary SIM card. So our plans were about 15 euros a month each, and that was just for like some data, phone access, and that was about it. So I didn't want to rush into getting a phone service because there were so many options out there. I'm going to share some of the options that are available and how they compare to US brands that you are familiar with. So number one top ranking is Vodafone. I have Vodafone. I would say Vodafone is compared to service like Verizon in the States. I've never had any problems. I mean, it was that one time that the internet was hacked here back in 2021 and like nobody's internet was working. It was crazy times, but Vodafone definitely number one. Number two would be Nosh. Nosh is compared to AT&T. Although it's still good, it's not as great, in my opinion, as Vodafone or Verizon. Next, we have Mio. Mio is compared to T-Mobile. Now, T-Mobile can be good, can be bad, but it's literally at the bottom barrel of the three top ones that many people have. But please do your research. What works for me may not work for you. Now, if you're wondering how much does a phone plan cost a month, right now I pay 49 euros for me and my daughter's phone lines. Now, I have unlimited internet and she has 30 gigabytes worth of internet. I chose this because she needed a lot of internet because kids love to stream stuff. I need unlimited because I do business from my phone. I'm always on the go and I always want to make sure I have connectivity. But it does not have to be that price for you. For a single plan with only one phone tied to it, it could range between 15 and 25 euros a month. Now, if you want a family plan with multiple lines, for two people, it was 49 euros a month, but it can range anywhere between 40 to 60 euros a month, depending on how many phones you have. One thing I really like about Vodafone and a lot of the other phone services here in Portugal is that you can use them all over the EU as long as it's part of the Schengen zone. I, unfortunately, am not aware of all the countries that are in the Schengen zone because I'm American and these are things that we don't necessarily learn or pay attention to. So here are some examples where I was charged 49 euros per line for connectivity. When we arrived back in the US, when I turned my phone on, I forgot to switch off the line for Portugal. And I got a message saying, hey, if you want to have internet service, press yes or no. I didn't do either. I automatically turned it off. And I was hit up with 49 euros times 2 lines, which is equivalent to 2 months worth of phone service. Then we went to Switzerland. I did not know Switzerland was not part of the Schengen zone. And what happened? An additional 50 euros, 49 euro times 2 charge. And then when we went to Andorra, I didn't know Andorra was not part of the Schengen zone. So we got hit up with another 49 times 2 charge. So when I went to Vodafone, I said, where can I use these phones at? Because I can't use it here, I can't use it there. They're like, well, you have to use it within the Schengen zone. I said, well, what makes up the Schengen zone? Like, where are your, countries that you provide services? So she literally just went on Google, printed me out like the most basic map. It was like, here you go. So just let you know, if it's in the Schengen zone, at least for Vodafone, you will be covered. If it's not, please, please, please just turn off the cellular service on your phone. If you have an iPhone, it's super simple. I'm not sure about y'all Android users, but it should be just as simple. I also love this company called Airlo. And Airlo allows you to purchase eSIMs. You use it all over the world. I use it in Morocco. I used it in Spain when I was going through all my minutes and all my data when I was there for a month. I used it in Andorra, and I have used it in other parts of Europe. So I highly recommend it. I will put my code in the description so you guys can definitely tap into it. It's definitely super simple, super easy, and super affordable, and it works well in the United States too. Now, I can't talk too much about Vodafone and their perks for their phone service, but I know for Nosh, you get free movie tickets. If you buy one movie ticket, you get one free. So I do have Nosh internet at home, but I don't ever get the movie tickets on the buy one get one free because I don't have the app, which means I have to download it from the European App Store, and my region for my iPhone is in the United States. So unfortunately, I don't take advantage of that, but if you do have Nosh, you could definitely take advantage of that too. So now that you picked your preferred service provider, how do you get a phone line in here? So there are several ways. My suggestion is already bring your phone with you to Europe. The reason why I say this is because getting a phone can be a nightmare. I had just recently upgraded to the iPhone 15. I've had the iPhone 12 since 2019. My camera was busted. My phone was opening up different apps. It was time for me to upgrade. My daughter also wanted to upgrade. So we went into Vodafone, thinking it's just like the US. And you go in and you say you want a new phone, and you just pay your little deposits and you do a monthly fee. That is incorrect. No, it does not work that way. You can only have one line that is prepaid, which you do like the monthly payments. And then the other line I had to pay upfront. So I had paid 1,300 euros for one iPhone. And then because every month, every time you pay your bill, you get points. So I had equivalent to $300 worth of points. So when I wanted to, get the other phone, they're like, no, you're supposed to use the points on the one you pay out of pocket for. And it was just like a big hassle. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'll save the points. So, so when you want to put your phone on a monthly payment, you have to bring like your liver, next of kin, blood of aversion, all your bank statements. They want to know how much money you're making. It was literally really weird to get a new phone. So I was there for a very long time. They didn't have the phones in. I ordered them. They came in. And I'm looking at the paper and I'm just like, okay, but where is this extra money coming from? Where is it coming from? And I'm looking and they're like, oh yes, we charge 23% tax on the cost of the iPhone. So I was like, you're telling me that not only am I paying monthly installments, you're charging me 23% of $1,600 because I had the iPhone 15 Pro and whatever the medium tier storage is, that's what I got. And I was like, you know what? This is crazy. There's no way I'm paying an extra, I think it was like $600, 600 euros on top of a phone. I was like, no way. So I ended up paying for both phones in person, up front. It was just like a no-brainer. No way I'm going to waste 600 euros on taxes, So once that's out the way, you're good. But if you don't want to spend a lot of money, bring your phone, or you can just get a cheapo phone. You don't have to get an iPhone. There's plenty of other great phones that are out there. So you go to the store, make sure you have your NIF with you, make sure you bring your passport if you don't have your residency card already, and a proof of address. Oh, also your IBAN number if you have a Portuguese bank account. Now, when you go into these stores, make sure you're very clear on what you want, because when I originally got my phone plan, I don't know if it was like a bad day or if it was just a normal day in Portugal. They gave me some plan that I didn't have enough data, I didn't have enough internet, that I was out, didn't have internet, Mackenzie was at school, didn't have internet, and it was just like a big hassle. So make sure like you're very thorough and clear in telling them what you want and seeing the packages, visually seeing the package that they have to offer you. So once that is set up, it's normally maybe like 20 minutes max that you're in and out. They activate your card right there. If you do get a temporary SIM card, make sure you keep the little folder thing it comes in, because if you turn your phone off or you remove that SIM and you put the SIM card back in, then you have to put the PIN number in. And that only happens when you have a temporary SIM card. Now, I will say here in Europe, I know in America, there are eSIMs in the iPhones. However, in Europe, we are still using regular SIM cards. So just keep that in mind as well for when you put it in there. If you have a plan, it doesn't matter at all. it's already done, and you don't have to worry about the PIN number on the card. Now, the reason why I said that you should include your IBAN is your IBAN pretty much is like a routing number that is hooked up to your account. I have all my bills paid by autopay. I am not dealing with the Portuguese bureaucracy trying to pay bills and all that other stuff. So I set up automatic payments. They send me a notice about how much the bill is, and they let me know the date that's coming out, and I'm like, okay, cool. Other ways you can pay for your bank, your phone service is through your banking app. And I know with Montepeo, I have not seen an option to pay in the bank app. I also have Millennium, which I have seen it, and I also now have BPI, joint account with my mom with BPI. I haven't played around too much, but there is MBWay, and there are options for you to pay by reference number as well. So when you get your bill every month, there's always going to be a reference number, an ID number, no matter what bill you get in Portugal. There's always going to be that number so you can pay. You can also pay for your monthly bank fees at the ATM, the multi-banco ATM. You can go in person, you can call, which I do not recommend, or you can pay directly on the app. And once again, some of these apps do not work unless you are in the region of Europe. I am not in the region of Europe. I am still keeping my American region because I do have some apps that I need that are solely based for use in the US. I do have an ebook here that has a collection of Black-owned restaurants and establishments here in Lisbon, 81 plus and growing. Every time I find one, a new one, I add it to it. It's 35 euros for the ebook and the Google Maps collection. And what's great about this is that you can easily download the app to your phone, it uploads to Google Maps, and you can see what is close to you. There's no other list out there at all, and it's a great, resource while you're here visiting Lisbon, whether you're living here, visiting, want to gift it to someone, definitely check it out. Also, I have a ton of lists of my favorite restaurants and things to do while in Lisbon. So I'm going to end this video. Thank you for watching. Definitely check out the next video, and I hope that you guys are enjoying my comment. If you do, don't forget to like and share. If you would like to support me, definitely you could buy me a coffee. My information is in the bio section or description section of this video, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Ciao!